things that are disobedient. All of us have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. Thank God for his forgiveness. Thank God that he separates our sins as far as the east is from the west and remembers them no more. Hey, I'm John Dees, pastor of Cross Point Church, smack dab across the street from the YMCA in Madison. Check us out at cpcfamily.org.
Hey folks, Arthur Seed, managing partner at University Kia, letting you know we are proud supporters of Alabama and Auburn football. Swing by University Kia today and check out our huge selections of brand new Kias, including the spacious Telluride 8-passenger SUV, the slick new K5, the sporty Kia Seltos. We've got perfect cars for every lifestyle and budget. Visit universitykia.com to view all our amazing offers and get pre-approved amenities, because we want to see you in a Kia. Roll Tide, War Eagle.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
From the University of Alabama, this is Crimson Tide Today. It's a daily update on Bama sports, and it's brought to you by The Good Feet Store. Start your journey today at goodfeet.com. Hello again, everybody. I'm Roger Hoover. As we get ready for Monday night's season opener for Alabama basketball, here are some thoughts from the head coach of the Crimson Tide, Nate Oates.
Excited the season's here. Guys been going against each other since beginning of June, so it's time. It's nice. We had the two exhibitions. I thought we showed some stuff at Furman, that we could get better at. Just the point of the exhibitions. I think we've been working on it. Obviously, we had the little bit of a turnover issue in both games at 15 each game, but Barron was a big part of that against Furman. But thought he was really good in practice today. We had a 16-minute scrimmage, and he didn't turn the ball over one time. So I thought that was pretty good. But
I'll have more in a moment.
This is Christian Miller for The Good Feet Store. I know from playing football at Alabama and in the NFL that if you have foot, knee, hip, or back pain, it can be a huge challenge. The Good Feet Store is designed to personally fit you with arch supports that alleviate and even eliminate your pain altogether. Try them before you buy them. They're in your free, no obligation, personalized fitting, and you can wear them home the same day. So if you're looking to improve your game, the Good Feet Store has you covered. Stop in for a free, personalized fitting today. Roll to victory at goodfeet.com. That's goodfeet.com. Roll Tide.
We've got you covered for Alabama men's and women's basketball on Monday. First of all, the women's team will take on Stetson at 4 p.m. at Coleman Coliseum, with radio coverage starting at 3:45, followed by a 6 p.m. airtime for Alabama men's basketball against North Dakota. Crimson Tide Today is brought to you by The Good Feet Store. Crimson Tide Today is a production of the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
It is Friday, October the 31st, 2025. Happy Halloween. Steve Moulton here with your Sports Minute. The bulk of Week 10 in high school football kicked off last night. Our high school football game of the week was at Hazel Green as the Trojans down Columbia 34-8. Columbia ends another winless season. They're now at 101 games since their last win. Randolph downs New Hope 23-22. Madison Academy is a winner over Westminster Christian Academy 42-13. Other scores from around the area find Plainview a winner over JP2 49-21. Huntsville downs Lee 31-8, and Pisgah downs Sylvania 36-10. Coming up tonight over the airways of 97.7 ESPN The Zone, Buckhorn will take on Grissom. Pregame starts at 6:45. Be sure and download our app today.
Can you get me a little types?
Now, funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I abuse you?
You're tired.
Well, the lunchtime whistle and the morning's finally done. I'm jumping in my car, I'm gonna have a little fun. The Doghouse Network's on my radio dial. Big Dog's taking care of business for a while. If you're listening to another station, I don't understand. But nobody does it like Thom Abraham.
Give us a call, Steve.
He's a northern-bred, southern-fed, slick-talking guy. Listeners in his posse are the junkyard dogs. The SEC from Tennessee to calling them hogs. From Gainesville up to Lexington to the Titan Tiger Land. Nobody does it like Thom Abraham.
I guess I'm on here. Am I on? Did somebody respond?
It's the holiest day of the week, the Friday trifecta.
Oh boy, that Paulie in the Cape can't be pretty happy. I mean, he went over there to Miami to see that nightmare last night. But he gets to listen to this, the greatest piece of football music ever recorded in the history of mankind. I'm talking about right there. Yeah, baby. Doesn't get any better than this. Biggest day of the week during the biggest time of the year. Football music throughout the show. And, of course, you know what Friday in the Doghouse means? That means the highly interactive, often imitated, never duplicated Owen Home Appliance Friday trifecta. And I've got another scoring tweak for you this week. More on that in a moment. Let me wish y'all a happy Halloween, those of you that celebrate that. Let me wish y'all a happy Reformation Day for many of us, those that celebrate that. That's a great thing as well. And happy birthday to Nick Saban, 73 today. I think he's 73 years old today for the coach Nick Saban, the greatest of all time when it comes to college football coaches. Now, if you want in on the action, you might want to jump on the lines right now, since this first hour is wide open for you. It doesn't matter whether you're listening in Huntsville or Nashville or Winchester or Murfreesboro over the air, or whether you're listening on the app or online. 74 today. Crack Research tells us 74 Nick Saban. Man, he doesn't look a day over 64. Anyway, no matter where you're listening to the show, how you're listening to the show, the phone number is the same. 256-576-4977. 256-576-4977. That'll get you into the show. Now, that's one of only two ways to get into the Friday trifecta. The other one is the text window. I don't put them on the Twitter. Don't put them on the Facebook. Don't put them on the Instagram. Don't send me a smoke signal. The only way to get in is either making a phone call or hitting the text window. Now, your text window was 7329-TA show, 732-982-7469. That is 982-7469 on the text window. So that's where you can get in to that bad boy. Now, you can also watch the show as well on WZZN TV. The link to that is, among other places, you can find it at my X feed, which is at Thom Abraham Show. So that works for you. If you want to check it out on the X feed, you can check it out there as well. Coming up at the top of the one today, Lee Sterling is back from ParamountSports.com, and he will take a look at some of the games from this weekend as well. Now, the Friday Trifecta celebrating 25 years this year, and this year it is the Owen Home Appliance Friday Trifecta, running this one all the way through the Super Bowl instead of having it split in two. And our top handicapper after the Super Bowl is going to win the complete Gordon Ramsay set of kitchen appliances from Owen Home Appliance. And now, if you're thinking to yourself, well, dog, I haven't gotten in this thing, and it's too late now. No, it's not too late now. First of all, the scoring changes as the season goes on. Secondly, the lead is only 8 points. I mean, that's not a lot of points when you look at, how we score things. And so there is plenty of time to get into this deal, and you can win the complete Gordon Ramsay set of kitchen appliances. I'm talking about the new range, the range hood, the fridge, the dishwasher, over $10,000 in appliances, and you pay nothing. And if you already got a new kitchen, or if you don't need a new kitchen, or if you're renting and you can't use the new kitchen, that's okay. You can replace this with something else of equal value from Owen Home Appliance, or sell them. Or sell them. And he may, I might go and help you out getting them sold as well. All right. So, it's pretty good. Now, this week, I tweak. I do these little tweaks. You don't get used to them. It doesn't mean it's going to be the way it is the rest of the season or whatever. But I have a little something special for you this week. Something that could boost your point total in a big way or get you on the board in a big way. I have 4 SEC games for you to pick today. 4 SEC games. And this is our first 1, 2, 3, 4 trifecta of the season. What that means is today you get a point for each game you get correct. That's right. Now, don't expect this every week because this one takes me forever to grade. Usually I just if I say you got to hit the first 3, everybody, you miss, boom, I just delete. Because we get 50 picks a week. Okay? So then even when I do get any 3 out of 4, no, you're wrong on that one, boom, delete. So now I'm deleting less, but I'm deleting most anyway. This one, you gotta kind of suck. If you miss all 4, come on. So this one, I'm going to have to award points probably to every single person that gets it. But you can get 4 points. You can get halfway there. If you're not even on the board right now, you can get halfway there. So you might want to jump on the line. 256-576-4977. That'll get you in. 1 point for every pick that you get correct. Have about 42 people on the big board now. We'll have more than 50 on the big board at the end of today. All right, let's get to these picks for this week. We start out with Vanderbilt.
Dude, that's Jay Cutler over there. You kind of suck, but my dad says you might be good someday.
Don't get a DUI in Franklin, will you? Vandy gets 2.5, allegedly, at Texas.
Don't mess with Texas.
Kentucky.
We need another punch in the mouth.
Gets 11.5 at Auburn.
There's no doubt you need length and girth in this league.
War Eagle.
Oklahoma.
Baker Mayfield has been better since Odell Beckham went out.
I've always said I'd never recruit a white quarterback.
Gets 3 and a hook in Knoxville.
Vol for life. I can assure you that the gap is closing.
And in the cocktail party in Jacksonville, Florida.
It's Tebow time. Let's get going. We can't just wait for the opportunities. We got to do it now.
Gets 7.5 against Georgia.
Georgia's got pretty good players.
Jordan!
Goldberg played defensive line for Georgia, in case you didn't know. So will the baseball season end tonight? Or gonna? Personally, I kind of hope it ends tonight. It ends tonight because I hate both teams. And I would certainly be compelled to watch a game 7, right? I have an event tomorrow night that I'm going to go to. So that's going to kind of knock me out for a little bit of time. The DVR will be humming. I would like to see it get cleaned up and go and be done tonight. I personally, plus tomorrow night, you hate to have a game 7 going up against some big college football games. Like the Oklahoma-Tennessee game and, the Oklahoma-Tennessee game. I wonder if this was intentional. There's not very much good football tomorrow night. We are interested in Kentucky and Auburn, right? If you got a rooting interest there. We are interested in South Carolina at Ole Miss. But nationally, those are not the big games. Oklahoma, Tennessee is a playoff game. Loser is out. So I get that. It would take an unbelievable circumstances for a 3-loss team to get in, even from the mighty SEC. Penn State and Ohio State still has juice, even though Penn State's like a 20-point dog. But there's still some kind of interest in it. This was going to be Penn State's one and only tough game. I mean, check that. Ohio State's one and only tough game. Both these teams were ticketed, locked, no doubt about it, playoff teams at the beginning of the season. These two teams for sure were going to the playoff. Well, now Penn State's for sure not going to the playoff, and they're getting 20 at Ohio State. So bad I couldn't even put it on the Friday trifecta. It's like a cupcake game for Ohio State, but it's still Penn State and Ohio State. And so there's some interest, but that's at 11 o'clock. So is the Vandy, Texas game. I think the Vandy, Texas game is fascinating. That's at 11 o'clock. I'm going to have to have the DVR humming for that one as well. We got food ministry tomorrow morning at the church. Usually don't get out of there till about noon. Cocktail party is at 2:30. Really is Notre Dame at BC, which is not a competitive game. Notre Dame's a 3-touchdown favorite there, but it's Notre Dame. So they'll grab some eyeballs because it's Notre Dame. But basically, it's not, all right. It's not too bad tomorrow night if they have to go that round. Now, tonight, I am going to set my DVR tonight because I got a game to do. I'll be doing the Grissom Buckworm game down at beautiful Joe Davis Stadium tonight with Drew Harmon. I will set my DVR. You do things personally that are personal rooting interests. It's not things that we necessarily talk about. But I will be setting my DVR for North Carolina and Syracuse tonight from the Dome in Syracuse for after I get home from my game. I mean, just because it's the Qs. And the Qs is one of my favorite teams from growing up in upstate New York and then spending time with the staff of Syracuse during my coaching days back in the 90s, 30 years ago. So one week when I'm visiting there, right? I'm visiting with the coaches and we're doing different things, sharing ideas. I was a D-line coach. When I started in college, I was a D-line coach. And then I moved, and when I became the special teams coordinator, at that point in time, I became a linebacker coach because we were using linebackers on special teams. Actually, it got to the point, first I coached the inside linebackers, then I coached the outside linebackers. Those were the guys I used on specs. But I started as a D-line coach until Junior Poles joined our staff. When Junior Poles, the father of Chicago Bears general manager Ryan Poles, when Junie joined the staff the following year, my second year, then he played defensive line at Boston College. So he took over the D-line, and that's when I took over the linebackers and became the special teams coordinator. Anyway, so one week when I'm visiting there, I met a young defensive line coach. I guess this was like 95 or 96, something like that. So I meet this young DL coach. Well, he was my age. He was like 33, 34, something like that. And he was like a fish out of water. But we were the same age. So we kind of hit it off. That dude's name was Ed Orgeron. He was on Paul Pasqualoni's staff at Syracuse back then. They were pretty good back in the day. I got them, back in the 90s, they were always top 20. They were top 20, not top 25, top 20. They were really good. They had players like Donovan McNabb and Marvin Harrison and Moose Johnson. Ed Orgeron on the D-line coaching. So Orgeron was asked if he would be interested in returning to LSU as the head coach. And he was all over it. He was like, all I got to do is get in my truck and I'll be there. He was also asked if he would work on Lane Kiffin's staff. If Kiffin got the job and hired him as an assistant, he said, yeah, I would think about that. But as head coach, he won a national championship. Sure, he had Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow and, but he did win a national championship. Anyway, I would be all for it. I would be all for it. Ed used to come and sit with me at SEC Media Days, and when I introduced him, I would try to imitate him. Coach O and them some tall boy down there in the bayou. That's me doing Coach Ed Orgeron. People would make songs about him and, you know. Football. Ed Orgeron. Of course, he loved him some chicken.
We got the 4-piece dinner, and we fought for the breast.
Yeah, fought for the breast. Loved them some chicken on a stick.
You know, I used to stop at the Exxon and get a chicken on a stick. Best I ever had.
Yeah. Yeah. And then when he was on the banquet circuit, he'd be on the banquet circuit and they would have those raffles and stuff. And then he would talk about the raffles, and no one except those crazy Cajuns could even make out what he was saying.
I'm glad you didn't have that raffle at Salafushi. We never got past number 1.
I'll be bad. If they had that raffle in South Lafourche, which is where he's from, they would have never got past number 1.
I'm glad you didn't have that raffle at Salafushi. We never got past number 1.
Nobody understood what he was saying except for them other crazy Cajuns. That was it. You know, I bet the governor down there loves him. The governor down there, you know, he's a crazy Cajun.
We are not going down a failed path. And I wanted to tell you something. This is a pattern. The guy that's here now that wrote that contract cost Texas A&M $70-something million. Right now, we got a $53 million liability. We are not doing that again. And you know what? I believe that we're going to find a great coach. I mean, maybe we'll let President Trump pick it. He loves winners. You know? I'm not going to be picking the next coach. But I can promise you, we're going to pick a coach, and we're going to make sure that that coach is successful, and we're going to make sure that he's compensated properly, and we're going to put metrics on it, because I'm tired of rewarding failure in this country and then leaving the taxpayers on the foot, to foot the bill. So, yeah, I absolutely.
Selected the next coach.
Who's
that?
Scott Woodward.
No. I can tell you right now, Scott Woodward is not selecting the next coach. Hell, I'll let Donald Trump select it before I let him do it.
Who will be?
I don't know, but the Board of Supervisors is going to come up with a committee, and they're going to go find us a coach.
Football. Let's look at that guy. So Scott Woodward didn't survive that shot over the bow. He got fired by the governor. Basically got fired by the governor. But I'm letting that guy hire him. No. That guy cost Texas A&M $70 million. Cost us $54 million. Not that guy. So Scott Woodward's assistant, I mean, he's not even the AD, he's the assistant AD, Vern Osbury, who was a linebacker for the Tigers back in the early 90s. I think he played for Curly Holman there. You guys remember Curly Holman? He ended up coaching after he got blown out at LSU. Those were bad days. And he ended up at Muscle Shoals or something like that. He's an Alabama guy. Anyway, those were some rough years, the Curly Holman years. Vern Osbury is the one that's gonna hire the coach down there. All right. Let's get you guys started. First, let me introduce you to the guy that is on the other side of the glass playing the Platters Matter to Stacks of Wax. He's living large and in charge on a Friday.
I'm the producer of this show. If I didn't step up, you're nowhere. I put this thing together on a spit and polish.
I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to choose my words very carefully. I think you're a psycho.
I have a sentimental weakness for my children, and I spoil them, as you can see. They talk when they should listen.
Give me back my son! I don't like violence, Thom. I'm a businessman.
I'm telling you, there's an embarrassing press conference in that kid's future.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Do you hear the grasshopper, which is at your feet?
Old man, how is it that you hear these things?
Young man, how is it that you do not?
As quickly as you can, snatch the pebble from my hand. When you can take the pebble from my hand, it will be time for you to leave.
So who would Trump make the next head coach over at LSU?
I don't know. He would probably, Trump's probably like a, let's see, who would he coach? Marco Rubio, maybe. Maybe would he go for that guy? Dan Campbell. I bet Trump is a Dan Campbell kind of guy. Don't you think that's the kind of guy he would be?
Yeah.
I think that's who he would snag. Or he loves Saban. Maybe he would get Saban.
He does love Saban. I highly doubt that, though. That's not happening. Again, we said it. 74 today. It's kind of wild.
74 years old.
But I don't
think
Saban's coming back.
Let me ask you a question, boy. Let me ask you a question. Do you have a set of jumper cables?
I do.
I got a call this morning from my oldest son. All right, the knuckle dog. Got a call from him asking me if I had a set of jumper cables. I don't know the last time I jumped anything, but of course I got a set of jumper cables. Man, God, how many times have I said this about man law? I mean, I got dog law, right? We got dog law. I mean, there's certain things, man ought to always have a pocket knife, right? You got to have a pocket. I got like 6 of them. They're laying around everywhere. I leave them everywhere.
Same.
Man ought to have a knife in his pocket, right?
I have a knife.
Man ought to be able to change his own. Yes. Man ought to be able to change his own oil if he has to, correct?
Yep.
You don't have to do it, but you have to know how to do it. Is that correct?
Yep.
You got to do that. Man ought to be able to change the oil on his outboard if he's got a boat.
Yeah,
you'd be able to do that.
I was about to say, I was like, what is it outboard? But
an outboard, your outboard motor. Like I got the big 225 Merc on the back of the Bassmaster Radio Phoenix.
Yeah, can't relate.
And yeah, got to be able to change your own. Got to be able to change your own oil. And a man, I got to have jumper cables. Every man should have jumper cables, a toolkit, stuff. You got to have that kind of stuff. I can't believe he called me looking for jumper cables. And you better bring my jumper cables back. Key to that whole deal. I want my jumper cables back. All right. I got things I want to get into, but I want to get your calls in. It's a wide open first hour of the show here for the Friday trifecta. With baseball ending, I read a fascinating article from Mark McCarter on the all-time teams from players from Alabama and players from Georgia. I think it's fascinating. It's really interesting article. If I didn't use it today, I won't be able to use it until spring training. So I want to slip that in there. Columbia, I hate it for Columbia. Not Columbia, Tennessee, Columbia, Alabama. I hate it for them. They go down last night to Hazel Green. John, that's 10 years. I mean, can you imagine 10 years plus a game or two? 10 years since they won a football game.
Yeah, and you guys,
how does that even happen?
You guys thought Franklin County was bad. They'll get it right, though.
I mean, Franklin County at least wins a game every year, too.
All they got to get.
Remember a few years ago when Tullahoma was awful? Remember when you guys would drill in Tullahoma?
Beat them
and they were terrible? You beat them every year at Franklin County. You guys were beating them every year.
Yeah, we did.
Now Tullahoma's pretty good.
They won a state championship a few years back.
Yeah, Tullahoma did. Not Columbia, though. I mean, they've lost 101 documentary about them. They got Sammy Coates, ex-Auburn, ex-NFL player as their head coach now. Goodness gracious almighty. And then there's this, by the way. This post by a guy who's got a blue check mark. Let me see how many followers he's got, this guy. This guy's got 364,000 followers. That's a lot, John. I mean, I got like 4,000. I mean, 364,000 followers on X. Dove Clayman. Huh?
He earned that blue check mark.
Yeah. His tag says, follow for the best and most accurate NFL news and stories. Turn on notifications. Dove Kleiman is his name. So he puts up a video of Shadur Sanders, and it says, scary, Browns star rookie quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, says he's staying in Cleveland during the bye week. Ooh. Quote, I got to get ready. Close quote. Kleiman goes on to say Sanders is one of the hardest workers in the league. How the heck does he know that? How does he know that? The NFL is in trouble when he gets his shot. How do these people know this?
Well, that was also...
How are these people so certain of this?
I don't know about the work ethic part, but also ESPN Cleveland had him on the show, and I believe that's where he got that from. He's like, I'm getting ready. It's gonna be big. So,
yeah.
But how do we
big
know
ready.
that he's elite?
So I'm
though?
getting ready, big ready. Well, we don't know. I mean, look, I'd like to see the kid. I'm not thrilled with Dylan Gabriel. I haven't seen anything that makes me feel like Dylan Gabriel's a dude. He's had 4 games. I said after the bye, they should come back with Shedeur Sanders, give him 4 games, and then whichever one is best gets the last 4 games. You know? You got to see if he's any good. But to say definitively that he's one of the hardest workers in the league and the NFL is in trouble when he gets his shot, because why? Because he stayed in Cleveland during a bye week? Ooh. It's just crazy. All right, we got a break. When we come back, Philip, Paulie, and you. Oh, we're all out of town right now. Got guys listening on the app calling him right now. You guys need to jump in as well. 256-576-4977. We'll take your phone calls next, right here on the Thom Abraham Show.
Need tough equipment you can count on? Christopher Equipment has you covered. Whether it's air compressors, trenchers, bucket lifts, concrete tools, generators, skid steers, and more. Serving you with locations in Tullahoma, Shelbyville, Manchester, Fayetteville, and Hazel Green. Christopher Equipment. From job site to backyard, rent or buy, Christopher Equipment delivers the tools you need when you need them. Call 931-455-3900 or visit christopher.equipment today. Christopher Equipment, powering your project. Where's the best place for sports? What about the best place for wings? If you answered Jefferson's for both, you're right. Jefferson's is also a great place for value. Every Monday, kids eat free with the purchase of an adult meal, and teachers bring your teacher ID and you eat free every first Tuesday of the month up to $15. Jefferson's, best place for sports, best place for wings, in Hampton Cove and our latest location, now open in New Market on Winchester Road.
Thom Abraham here for my friend Mike Owen at Owen Home Appliance Center. You know, the holiday season is just around the corner. So come to Owen Home Appliance Center and get the complete Frigidaire kitchen. You buy the fridge, the range, and the microwave, and you get a dishwasher free. Or maybe you need a commercial kitchen for that huge family coming in for the holiday season. Let them help you with brands like Viking, Miele, KitchenAid, Z-Line, and Cafe. Quality products, quality pricing, quality service. That's what Owen Home Appliance Center stands for. Just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
Hey there, everybody. Bob Baumhauer here, letting you know that we understand that times are tough and we truly believe value matters. So, by popular demand, we brought back our Inflation Bites menu featuring scratch-made meals that will make the whole family smile, and your wallet, too. Menu items start at just $7.99, and any entree comes with a free beverage. Try our classic tailgate burger for just $8.99, or our hearty Bam Bam chicken platter for $9.99. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
You've been paying on that life insurance policy for years, but maybe you don't really need it anymore, or it's gotten a bit too expensive. Well, before you just let it expire, let Neighbors Insurance Solutions share with you some alternatives that you haven't considered. Don't throw away something that still may have great value for you. If you want to learn more about what Neighbors Insurance Solutions can do for you, call 256-763-7693. A death benefit could be a life benefit. Learn more at 256-763-7693.
Specializing in simple and affordable rentals, McCurry Van and Car Rental can make sure you have just the right vehicle for your next family vacation, weekend getaway, or if you just need transportation while your vehicle is being repaired. McCurry carries Ford Transit vans and Mercedes Sprinter vans, trucks and work vans, and more. And they offer discounted rental rates for long-term rentals. Now with 4 locations: Athens, Muscle Shoals, Coleman, and Huntsville. Log on McCurryRentals.com to make your reservation now. That's McCurryRentals.com.
I'm here with Thomas from Talent Heating and Air. With the temperatures going up, now is a good time to get your heating and air system looked at. Thomas, when somebody calls, you guys answer.
That's right. The phones are staffed by us. They're manned 24/7. We're ready to come out and take care of you that day.
How do they give you guys a call?
You give us a call at 256-503-4490.
And you can find you guys on the World Wide Web at
talenthvac.com.
And now is a good time to do this because you guys are offering a special deal.
That's right. We're doing $49 tune-ups this spring. We're also doing free second opinions. We offer that year-round. Somebody comes out, they say you got a bag compressor or leaking refrigerant. Give us a call, see if we can save you some money.
Thomas from Talent Heating and Air. Thomas, one more time, that phone number.
256-503-4490. AL certain number 21014.
Where's the best place for sports? What about the best place for wings? If you answered Jefferson's for both, you're right. Jefferson's is also a great place for value. Every Monday, kids eat free with the purchase of an adult meal, and teachers bring your teacher ID and you eat free every first Tuesday of the month up to $15. Jefferson's, best place for sports, best place for wings, in Hampton Cove and our latest location, now open in New Market on Winchester Road.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This segment of the Thom Abraham Show is brought to you by Ross Roberts and his team at Valley Equipment. I've known Ross for a while now, and I know one thing. I have seen Valley Equipment grow from a relatively small operator to a huge operator that takes care of everybody in the Valley with 2 locations now, not only on the South Parkway, but also on the North Parkway. You got to see that facility that they've got up there. So whether you're a homeowner looking for small equipment or whether you're a contractor looking for a big-time lift or big-time equipment, they've got it all at Valley Equipment Rental. All right, welcome back. Thom Abraham Show. All right, let's start banging out some calls here. You got room to slide you in right now if you want to get in. 256-576-4977 will work. And we start in Virginia with the Philip. Philip, welcome in. How are you?
I'm all right. Hey, just for the sake of today's most hallowed of holidays, can I be Michael from Haddonfield?
Say it again. Michael from Haddonfield.
Haddonfield.
Who's Michael from Haddonfield? You?
Oh, get out of here.
I don't know Michael from Haddonfield. No, who's Michael from Haddonfield? What am I missing?
Grasshopper.
Grasshopper. Who's Michael from Haddonfield? Do you know?
I'm pretty sure he's talking about Michael Myers.
Thank you.
Really?
Thank you.
Okay.
I got you.
He's more tragically hip than me. I have a tragic hip. He's tragically hip. I just have a tragic hip.
Which, by the way, is on all day and all night on AMC. I'm listening to you on that. I'm flipping back and forth between Halloween 2, which is the hospital one, and Pat McAfee. Everybody on Pat McAfee is totally costumed up. Pat McAfee has the best costume I think I've ever seen in my life. And right now he's interviewing Nick Satan. And so, I think it would be hilarious if Nick is the only one that's not appeared on the show in costume. He's just
because he's cool. You know, he's not like a clown. But I'll say this. I wouldn't know because I'm a YouTube TV subscriber. And apparently right now, I don't have any Disney channels. I don't have ABC. I don't have ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN News, ESPN Classic, ESPN de Ocho. I got no ESPNs, no ESPN nothing. And I don't know what's going on, and I don't know how long this is going to take to get fixed. Now, the thing is, I pay for ESPN Plus which is the app that's on the TV, right? When I pay for it. So I thought, well, I'll just go to ESPN Plus and watch it there. And I do not understand all of this cord cutting crap. But when I go to my ESPN app on the TV at ESPN Plus, it tells me I can't get it because I got it at my provider, which is in YouTube. And in YouTube's guide, they actually took ABC and all the ESPNs, they actually took them right off the guide. They're not even they don't even exist. So they better get this fixed. I don't know what I'm going to do this weekend if this isn't fixed.
Get out of here. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's Halloween. That's scary, dude.
That's the scariest thing about Halloween for me. The scariest thing about Halloween, I'm sitting here saying I'm going to record tonight's game. You can't even, and here's the other thing. If you DVR'd stuff that was on ABC or on any of the ESPNs, if you recorded that stuff, you do not have access to your recordings of stuff that was recorded on any of the Disney-owned channels. I mean, and there's like a gazillion other ones, but I mean, those are the only ones anybody watches, right? ESPN and ABC. I mean, this is nuts, and I will be canceling tomorrow. If they don't get this fixed, I'm done with YouTube TV. And I really kind of like YouTube TV. John, how are you watching ESPN?
I have my ways.
There you go. Oh, that's right. You got that thing. Okay. I'm gonna have to get that thing. Stick it in my TV.
That's tragic.
What has
happened to television? Like just television.
Well, they went through this. They went through this with Fox and NBC earlier this year, and it got settled before they cut them off. You know, they did extensions or they settled the deal. And YouTube says that Disney wants too much money. They would have to raise. I think they just do it, and then they're going to go ahead and raise our prices anyway. They're going to cave in, and somebody's going to get their way, and YouTube is going to say, "Well, we have to raise your price $5 a month or whatever." Just give us our ESPN. I'm not happy right now. I can tell you that right now.
I think it should all be free.
And then they said, by the way, I'm old enough. You're old enough. Remember when we got cable TV? The whole point of cable TV was if you pay for it, you get it without commercials because you were paying for it. Well, now we pay for TV, and we've just accepted the fact that if we pay for TV and that we're still getting all these commercials, it's like, wait a minute. I'm already paying for it. If you paid for the Thom Abraham Show, and if I charged each one of you $30 a month to listen to the Thom Abraham Show, I promise you I wouldn't put commercials on the show if you all wanted to pay for it. You know what I mean? But it's free, and the price that you pay for it is you listen to our wonderful sponsors that help bring you the show. Okay? They pay for it so that you can listen free of charge and hear these wonderful messages from all our great sponsors.
Insanity, man. Let's go back to 1912. Let's do that.
Yeah, right. All right, you ready? I got guys stacking up. You ready?
Yeah,
Let's get these picks in.
Let's do this drop which sucked, by the way. Again, this totally sucked.
Well, once the season ends, then there's only a few weeks left really in the NFL, and then we'll do all NFL for all the way through the Super Bowl. All right, here we go.
World Series? No,
I didn't put it in there. It's tonight. It's over tonight. What would I have put in there? World Series? Does it end tonight or does it end tomorrow? I mean,
6 or 7. 6 or 7.
It's not good. Look, they got that witch. They got that witch Yamamoto pitching tonight. He's going tonight as Sandy Koufax. He's going on Halloween as Sandy Koufax. I mean, the dude pitched like 2 complete games already in the playoffs. So it's going 7. All right. Vanderbilt gets 2.5 at Texas.
I'm going Vanderbilt.
Dude, that's Jay Cutler over there. You kind of suck, but my dad says you might be good someday.
Kentucky gets 11.5 at Auburn.
Auburn.
There's no doubt you need length and girth in this league.
Oklahoma gets 3.5 at Texas or at Tennessee.
They have been screwing me for weeks. Oklahoma, that is. But I'm going to say Oklahoma just to say Oklahoma.
I've always said I'd never recruit a white quarterback.
And Florida gets 7.5 against Georgia in Jacksonville.
Georgia.
Georgia's got pretty good players.
All right, we got you in.
Could you imagine, one more quick thing, could you imagine being lost and asking for directions somewhere in deep Louisiana? And having to understand what
right. I mean, yeah, it would be crazy. You'd be lost down there and you'd ask the guy for directions and he'd say something like,
I'm glad you don't have that route for Salafushi would never got past number 1.
I'd be like, I'm still lost. All right, brother. Got you in.
Happy Halloween.
You too. Yeah, you too. Not a big Halloween guy, by the way, guys. I really am not. I went trick-or-treating once in my life. When my kids were little, I'm not a Halloween guy. It makes no sense to me. I'm a guy that things have to make sense to me. The whole Halloween thing, it just doesn't make any sense to me. So, it's not my thing. Paulie is in the Cape. Paulie got all the scariness that he needed yesterday when he made the trip over to Miami, spent all the money on those tickets, all excited to go to a Thursday night game, late to get to work the next day and everything else. And for what? To see that disaster that is the Dolphins. Paulie, welcome in. How are you?
Hey, Tom. It was pretty disheartening and disgusting that the first time I've ever been to a stadium where it was like 75-25 Ravens to Dolphin fans. It was insane. But then I realized they must have sold all those tickets to them so everybody can go down to Fantasy Fest in Key West. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
Fantasy Fest. Yeah, that's what you need to do. Go to Fantasy. I don't think that too many Dolphin fans. I don't think football fans are the same people that go to Fantasy Fest. I'm just going to say that right now. I don't think that it's the same kind of people that if you're a football fan that you go to Fantasy Fest. You
can act like a man. What's the matter with you?
No, go to the game.
Well, there was a lot of Ravens fans there. I mean, a lot. It was. Yeah. I've never seen it like that ever.
Well, they must have been happy. Fired your GM today, by the way, so you saw that.
Yeah.
Chris Greer got fired. Yeah. Coach will be next.
Yeah, probably by the bye week.
No, they're going to keep him to the end. They'll let the new GM pick the new coach. And then this kid has got an opportunity. What if they finish, what if they win 6 of the last 7 games or something like that? Then he'll have a chance to save his butt.
Anyways. And by the way.
All right, you ready?
Hold on real quick. You and I's generation are the last ones to actually enjoy Halloween. Remember back in the day, it was the one night you could stay past midnight with your friends. You went to new neighborhoods. In fact, you were looking forward to being the king trick-or-treater when you filled up a pillowcase full of candy. That was the goal. Remember those days? We didn't have to worry about
that? No, I didn't do it.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I never did it. I mean, maybe the people did it. Yeah.
But wait, nowadays, hurry, let's get home before we die, before it gets dark. Now that's what Halloween is. Let's get home in the daytime by 6, or we're all going to die because some lunatic's going to get us. I mean, look at the difference. This generation can never enjoy Halloween like I used to enjoy it back in the day.
Well, you can in my neighborhood. I live in a small town, and everybody is friendly.
Right before,
they actually bring the police out and they block the road off. Our road is such, it's got these beautiful big homes on it and everything, historical homes. And they put cops at either end and they kind of close the road off and to only the trick-or-treaters.
Safe and secure on Halloween?
Yeah, when the teenager shows up with the pillowcase, he gets like one of those little bite-sized Kit Kats. He gets one bite-sized Kit Kat. When the little kid shows up and he's dressed like Peyton Manning or something like that, and that little kid that's like 6 years old shows up, or the little baby shows up and a mother carries her to the door, they get a fistful of stuff. You know what I mean? They grab a whole fistful of stuff and stick it in there. He paid $75 in candy. So they get a fistful of stuff. But when teenager shows up and they're not even dressed, you know what I mean? They just show up with their pillowcase and they're not even dressed as anything, and they just walk up onto your thing. That kid gets like an Oreo cookie, just like one little maybe almond in the shell, something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah,
a mini cookie.
Yeah, something like that. All right, let's get your picks in. Vandy gets 2.5 at Texas.
Is Manning playing, or is he knocked out?
He's probably not playing.
Vandy's hot. I'll take the point.
You're gonna take the point.
Dude, that's Jay Cutler over there. You kind of suck, but my dad says you might be good someday.
Kentucky gets 11.5 at Auburn.
Well, I think that was the only one I lost last week. It was the Auburn game. Arkansas beat them. Arsenal didn't beat them. I don't know if they can cover 11 again, but yeah, I'll go with Auburn. It seems to be.
War Eagle.
Oklahoma gets 3.5 at Tennessee.
Go Vols.
I can assure you that the gap is closing.
And Florida gets 7.5 in Jacksonville against Georgia.
I have to go with Georgia.
Georgia's got pretty good players.
All right, we got you in, Paulie. Sorry about your game last night, but maybe it'll get better.
What and how many points did I get last week? Because hopefully it goes 7 and Toronto wins, and I get the double up.
Yes, you have 4 points right now, so you'll move up to 5 points if Toronto. You had 1 point last week. You get a bonus point if it goes Toronto and 7. Where you could move up, to 5 points, be only 3 points out of the lead.
Go Blue Jays.
There you go. All right. Appreciate you. But not go tonight because you need them tomorrow. I get that. All right. Let's get the break. We'll come back, get Wolverine Dan. Maybe we can get both Wolverine Dan and Papa T when we come back. We're spending a lot of time getting these picks in here. I am the guy, though, that will put one little mini thing. You come to my door as a teenager with a pillowcase, you're getting like one little Smarties. That's what you're going to get, like a Smartie. We'll be back. Thom Abraham Show.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Drivers who switch to Progressive have an annual savings of nearly $750. Progressive.com.
NASCAR Championship Weekend at Phoenix. It gets underway with the Truck Series today. Corey Heim, the -200 favorite to win the truck title. Ty Majeski +250. Xfinity Series tomorrow. Connor Zillich +120 to win the title. Justin Allgaier +160. For the Cup Series at Phoenix Sunday, Denny Hamlin, the 2-1 favorite. Kyle Larson +250. William Byron +275. Chase Briscoe +370. SEC football tomorrow at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Auburn 10.5-point favorites over Kentucky, 44.5 the total. For more, go to VSIN.com. Mike Sennett, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
The company is Eagle Masonry and Insulation, but did you know they're also Eagle Landscaping and Dirt Work? Eagle can take care of all your landscaping needs, including irrigation, sod work, and planting, both plants and trees. On the dirt work side, Eagle can grade and build your pads, haul dirt in or out, and even do erosion control. Philip Love and his team can do it all for you. The website is the same, insulatewitheagle.com, as is the phone number, 256-755-1556. Give them a call and see what Eagle can do for you. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
Your customers deserve the best, and so do you. You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loader from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best, and this machine has it all. With features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Best of all, now Thompson Tractor is making that investment even better with our workhorse special. Get 0% financing for 36 months on the purchase of a new Cat 255 compact track loader that comes with a 3-year warranty. You also get a 74-inch bucket and 1,000-hour filter kit. Great news. This offer is now extended through the end of December. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor. We're here for you.
If zero down on a new Ford sounds good, you need to swing by Jordan and Sparkman before October 31st. Hello, I'm Don Wessels with Woody Anderson Ford. Right now, Woody Anderson Ford has some strong $399 and $499 leases that come with zero down and 2 years of premium complimentary maintenance too. Choose a 2025 F-150 STX Crew Cab with the 2.7 liter for $499 a month. A new F-150 less than $500 a month. Or choose its electric brother, the F-150 Lightning, for just $399 a month. Woody Anderson Ford also has 2025 Broncos and Explorers for $499 a month and Bronco Sports and Escapes for only $399 a month. And remember, these leases are zero down and come with 2 years of complimentary maintenance. 36-month leases with zero down. First payment due at signing, no security deposit. Plus tax, title tag, fees, and your good credit. Offers end October 31st. Now is the time for a Woody Anderson Ford. Come on in. We can't wait to see you.
John Abraham here for the parts department at Bobcat of Huntsville. Not only do these guys carry genuine OEM Bobcat parts, they also have a full line of Marshalltown concrete supplies. On top of that, they have a wide selection of arborist tools and supplies on hand for you tree guys. Bobcat of Huntsville also has a full service department, and don't forget the sales and rental guys too. Come on down and visit the all-new Bobcat of Huntsville location in Madison on Highway 20 next to the Redstone Harley-Davidson.
Your Fox 54 weather.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A fantastic Halloween, a mostly sunny sky, temperatures climbing into the low and mid-60s. It's going to be a great evening for a trick-or-treat or Friday night football. Temperatures gradually falling into the mid and upper 40s. A mostly cloudy sky for your Saturday, maybe a passing shower. Temperatures climbing into the upper 50s, lower 60s.
Your Fox 54 weather, only on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This segment of the Thom Abraham Show is brought to you by the award-winning service department at Woody Anderson Ford. That's right. They take care of the routine checkups. They keep your Ford or other brand in perfect working order. But if you have a bigger problem, they got these expert service technicians that can diagnose it, use state-of-the-art tools to get it resolved. I take my vehicles there. I've been doing it, for nearly 20 years now. It's Woody Anderson Ford and the service department. Second to none. Check out Woody Anderson Ford today. Wait, this is football music to me. What happened to my football music?
Halloween.
Killing me.
Come on now.
Yeah.
The festivities.
Halloween.
Everybody loves it.
No, Halloween's stupid.
Song's right.
It's stupid. Halloween's stupid. All right, give me Wolverine Dan. Wolverine Dan, welcome to the show. How are you?
Oh, quite well. How much time you got for me?
About a minute.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I get a minute. But you got whoever that guy is, the first caller, you give him the whole freaking show. All right? It goes by seniority, pal. I know for sure he don't have my seniority. There's not many people listening to your show got my seniority. So let's move on. I'll go quick because I got a minute. Paulie, your team sucks. All right? The third thing. All right? Halloween, you probably had a sister or a brother. The reason why you didn't go is because you stole their candy. All right? Let me do the trifecta.
Vanderbilt gets 2.5 at Texas.
I'll take the Longhorns.
Don't mess with Texas.
Kentucky gets 11.5 at Auburn.
Auburn.
War Eagle.
Oklahoma gets 3.5 at Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Ball for life.
And Florida gets 7.5 against Georgia.
And before I do my last take real quickly, Grumpy, I didn't know you're the CEO of this radio station, calling your shots and doing whatever you think needs to be done with the show. Once you own it and you pay bills, then I'll listen to you. All right, let's do. I'll take Georgia.
What's up? Georgia. Okay.
Jordan!
All right, we got you in.
Yeah, yesterday he said that you can't get in the games because I've been doing this for a long time. You got new callers. All right, come on there. Peace out.
Yeah. I got a lot of people running the show. Thanks for the call, Wolverine Dan. I got a lot of people running the show. AC thinks he's running the show. Grumpy's running the show. Everybody's giving me suggestions. That's okay. I can handle it. All right, we'll come back with Lee Sterling next, right here in the Thom Abraham Show.
From heirloom diamonds to contemporary jewels, Loring & Company is the place to find something truly special. Whether shopping for a diamond ring for that once-in-a-lifetime occasion or marking a milestone birthday or personal achievement with a Rolex watch, you'll find just the thing in our edit of the world's most sought-after brands, including David Yurman, Roberto Coin, Marco Bicego, and Fopé. Expect a treasure trove of the world's most unique, even breathtaking earrings, rings, necklaces, and bracelets, making choosing just one piece a challenge in itself. Loring & Company Jewelers on Airport Road.
Isn't the story of the prodigal son an amazing story? Basically, a rowdy boy who literally wished his father dead, ran away, and consumed his wealth with hard and fast living. Yet the father looked for his return every day, and when the boy got tired of eating pig slop, he decided to return. What did the father do? As soon as he saw that boy, he ran to him, threw his arms around him, and killed the fatted calf for a great celebration. Hey, I'm John Dees, pastor of the Cross Point Church. If you're looking for a church home, come see us, smack dab across the street from the YMCA in Madison.
Firehawk Aerospace is a non-traditional defense contractor advancing the state of propulsion to strengthen the U.S. Defense Initiative. Founded in 2019, Firehawk Aerospace established early leadership in manufactured propulsion with the development of 3D printed hybrid rocket fuel grains. Visit firehawkaerospace.com to learn more. That's firehawkaerospace.com.
The AVCA Beach Volleyball Pairs National Championships are back in Huntsville this November. 64 of the nation's top pairs in collegiate beach volleyball are hitting the sand in a weekend packed with big serves, wild rallies, and high-flying action. It's fast, it's fun, and best of all, it's free. You don't want to miss the excitement live, so grab your sunglasses, rally your crew, and join us at John Hunt Park Sand Volleyball Courts from November 7th to the 9th.
What does it mean to be a part of the Southeastern Conference? That you scheduled your wedding and even your child's birth around your school's game? Of course. But it means more than that. It means you're home to hundreds of Fulbright, Truman, Goldwater, and Rhodes Scholars. It means starting out as the birthplace of American public higher education and now leading the way in unmanned spacecraft. This is the SEC. And here, it just means more. What does it mean to be a part of the Southeastern Conference? That there's an honest-to-goodness chandelier in your tailgate tent? Perhaps. But it means more than that. It means pioneering medical solutions to predict new flu viruses. It means leading globally diverse teams to eliminate starvation in developing countries. And it means being home to one of the nation's top cybersecurity programs. This is the SEC. And here, it just means more.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
It is Friday, October the 31st, 2025. Happy Halloween. Steve Moulton here with your Sports Minute. The bulk of Week 10 in high school football kicked off last night. Our high school football game of the week was at Hazel Green as the Trojans down Columbia 34-8. Columbia ends another winless season. They're now at 101 games since their last win. Randolph downs New Hope 23-22. Madison Academy is a winner over Westminster Christian Academy 42-13. Other scores from around the area find Plainview a winner over JP2 49-21. Huntsville downs Lee 31-8, and Pisgah downs Sylvania 36-10. Coming up tonight over the airways of 97.7 ESPN The Zone, Buckhorn will take on Grissom. Pregame starts at 6:45. Be sure and download our app today.
You need to be more like a dog.
Like what you guys are doing. You've got your fingertip on the pulse of your listeners. You guys know what they're talking about.
Be a dog.
God bless the show. You are the Messiah.
We need more dogs.
This is the best show on radio.
The big dog, Thom Abraham, is here with you.
I see you, dog. So settle in and get your bark on.
That's my dog.
Now live, here he is, the big dog.
Let's go, baby!
Thom Abraham.
How you doing? 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 How you doing?
Look, I don't speak Spanish.
I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to choose my words very carefully. I think you're a psycho.
Do you know who I am?
I mean, that guy sounds like Dale McPherson farting into Miles Davis' trumpet.
I guess I'm on here. Am I on? Can somebody respond?
Get off my lawn.
I have to drag my Yankee ass out of here.
And welcome back, hour number 2 of the Thom Abraham Show. I just want to say this, Grasshopper. I do have an option. I just realized I actually do have an option. The guest house, our guest house out behind the alley there across the street, the guest house actually has Xfinity TV in it back there.
Oh.
I think. I'm pretty sure I got Xfinity back there. I got to go double check. Got Xfinity TV back there because it's part of the bundle that comes with the internet. And so for the guests and things like that, there's nobody staying back there. So worst case scenario, I go across the street. I can watch the games tomorrow on that. But if they got to get this, if they don't get this thing fixed, I mean, I'll dump YouTube TV in 15 minutes. If I can get Xfinity TV in the main house over the weekend, that's what'll happen. And I'll never go back again, ever. And I hate it because I really do like YouTube TV. You know, I do, but this is garbage. What they're pulling right now, this stunt right here between those two, I don't even know who's wrong, but they're all wrong. It's garbage. Not for nothing, too. They got commercials. So, you know, it's not like, just it's crazy. All right, Lee Sterling joins us now. Paramount Sports is where he is at. He probably has got no problem at all getting all the ESPNs and the ABC and all of that kind of stuff. And he joins us on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. Lee, welcome in. How are you?
I'm good. The only problem I have, Tom, is I've got my 2 daughters that like sports, and their husband and boyfriend are tagging along on our account. So the only thing that happens every once in a while is if they're watching a game, let's say on Peacock or one of these, I'll get the message, too many streams. I'm like, well, someone's got to get off, and it's not going to be me.
So who's your man? Are you YouTube TV or are you?
I used to be with DirecTV, and being in Miami, the thunderstorms that we used to get were so heavy that it would knock it out so often. So when YouTube TV, we got some information from them, and they were going to be able to carry the Sunday ticket. I'm like, sold, and it's cheaper. I'm all for it. So what do you do with a guest house? Is that where you used to put the guys that were trying to get to your daughters where it was like 1 o'clock in the morning and they said they had too much to drink to go home?
No, that's what the barn is for. They don't get the guest house. They get the barn. Yeah, we got a barn for that. Yeah, we got 2 barns for that. We got the barns for that, and then we got the guest houses for people that we favor. If you came to visit, you would stay in our beautiful guest house, which is very nice out there. It's very comfortable.
Got it.
So what do you do? So you got no ESPNs and no ABC as well with us. I mean, you think that they'll figure this out like today so that it doesn't screw up tomorrow? I mean, we're going to get you can't even anything you've recorded. Like I'm doing a high school game tonight, so I'm going to record UNC and Syracuse just because from upstate New York, I've always liked Syracuse. I would like to watch that game when I get home tonight, just to kind of crash and watch a game. Right. And you can't even record anything on any of those channels.
Yeah. Something that they got to figure out real quick. So
real quick.
I need my games. I need every single game every single week.
And then they say, they're going to give you a $20 discount if it goes on for some period of time. They didn't even say how long. They say we'll get a $20 credit on our account. This is our business. It's going to cost them a lot more than $20 to black me out from ESPN and ABC. I mean, goodness gracious almighty. I mean, just crazy.
Crazy
All right,
times.
It is crazy times. All right, let's get it. You know why? You know how we know it's crazy times? This is how we know it's crazy times. Because who would have thought in the look-ahead lines, Who would have thought over the summer that Penn State would be getting 20.5 points at Ohio State while Vanderbilt was getting 2.5 at Texas, right? Who would have predicted that, right? You couldn't even have thought of that.
I mean, just never. It goes beyond our wildest dreams. So let's just put it that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's start with that Vanderbilt game. And our friends in Nashville, a lot of people excited about that. They get 2.5 at Texas. What's the latest you've heard about the quarterback situation? And this kid that backs up Arch Manning is pretty good. So it's not like he sucks.
Well, his stats aren't great. He has looked better when he's come in this year, but he was at Jacksonville State, Gardner-Webb, Troy, now Texas. In his 5 starts, he has 8 interceptions. Numbers aren't good, but you might want to think about giving him a shot. I mean, Arch Manning is in concussion protocol. If you start Arch and he doesn't look right, you got to pull him quick here. I mean, they can't keep relying on punt returns to get him to overtime, so they can get a win. They have 2 losses. Could have lost Oklahoma if they don't have that punt return for a touchdown. Went to overtime the last 2 weeks, and without the punt return in one of the games, they lose that game, in my opinion. So this is a team that, since the first 4 games of 2024, 6-14 against the spread. Vanderbilt, on the other hand, 15-6 against the spread since the start of last year. This offensive line also for Texas, horrible. I mean, gave up 12 tackles for loss last week to Mississippi State. If Texas is relying on another punt return for a touchdown, you know what? I wouldn't bet on it. Wrong team favored. Vanderbilt straight up 24-20.
Wow, how exciting is that? And that would be an elimination game for Texas then. That takes Texas. Right. Any 3-loss teams go away because there's just too many 1- and 2-loss teams and undefeated teams in the SEC. So that would be an elimination game for Texas. Only an elimination game is the one that will take place in Knoxville. These are 2-loss teams. Loser is out. This is a playoff game. Yep. Tennessee's a 3.5 point favorite over Oklahoma. I thought it would be more. Loser goes home, though. As far as the playoffs, what do you think about Tennessee, a short 3.5 point favorite over Oklahoma?
So I think Oklahoma's a better team as an underdog. So, I think they go in with a different mentality. I think this Tennessee team is one-dimensional. They've got to score to win. I think OU can do it 2 different ways. Their biggest problem, John Mateer, I think he got a little bit away from what he does best. It's being a leader. He was trying to do too much, trying to push the ball down the field instead of many times just settling for the underneath pass, getting 5, 7, 8 yards and moving on and just keep moving the chains. So I think OU's defense is still very good. Just had an off game last week. In Tennessee, 2-5 against the spread as a home favorite. Another wrong team favorite. Oklahoma wins this game here, 35-30.
Which would eliminate Tennessee from the playoff consideration. Yep. Wow, that's something. And Oklahoma's got a brutal schedule the rest of the way, so I don't know if they could survive that, the rest of it. All right, so Auburn, they come off a win, made a quarterback change. They come off a victory, emotional victory. They were getting boat raced by Arkansas, and yet figured out a way to win that game. Now they're at 10.5. It's grown to 11.5 point favorite over a Kentucky team that is definitely circling the drain. Mark Stoops seems like that man coaching there. Maybe that time has finally come to an end. What do you think about Auburn laying 10.5 at home to Kentucky?
I think there's an 85-90% chance both are gone. For whoever loses this game, I'd say there's a good chance they're gone probably by Sunday afternoon, about 1 o'clock.
Wow.
And believe it or not, I think Kentucky's going to hang here. Why? Auburn might be switching quarterbacks to Ashton Daniels from Stanford. Ashton Daniels wasn't good at Stanford. I mean, he was told, they said, bye-bye, see ya, we don't need you. Your services are no longer needed. Yeah, he looked good, in relief because the other team doesn't know what to expect here. On top of that, Cam Coleman, game-time decision with a sprained ankle here. Barn burner. Auburn, 13-10 over Kentucky.
So, in other words, take the under is what you're saying.
Right.
And that
right.
sounds
and good if you got some seats, like let's say in a box, good thing. You might want to entertain your guests there because action's not going to be on the field.
That's for sure. All right. Well, who knows? Maybe people will be watching Game 7 of the World Series by then because Yamamoto is a witch. So,
right.
And we'll have a Game 7 against those games. Ole Miss, a 12.5 point favorite at home against South Carolina. Another coach that could be in trouble at South Carolina. We'll see what happens there. Shane Beamer, his name gets popped up, go replace, where his daddy's legacy was back at Virginia Tech. Maybe that's what's going to happen. He says he loves South Carolina, though. Ole Miss, though, 12.5-point favorite. What do you got?
Well, they're not going to cover Ole Miss if Lane Kiffin goes for it 4th and 1 on his 20-yard line again and makes a habit of it. But if he can stay away from that, I think there's a chance. I think this defense for South Carolina has been on the field way too many plays here. They've been able to plug those holes in the dam. But this might be the game where Lenore Sellers just tries to do too much. He's due for a game where he throws a couple of interceptions, maybe fumbles, trying to get a first down. So too much pressure on this kid here. I think Ole Miss is the right side here. Sometimes you got to lay it if you want to play it. 42-22.
Cocktail party in Jacksonville. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens here when they got to they're going to basically tear that stadium down and rebuild it. So it'll be a couple of years where this game has to be played someplace else. I'd love to see this on campus and be a home and home, but there's talk about it being played in the Georgia. Well, what do they call it now? The Mercedes-Benz Stadium 1 year, and then maybe in Tampa another year. I don't like it. Just go home and home, but that's not the problem this year. Georgia 7.5, a favorite over Florida, playing their first game without Billy Napier as coach.
Yeah, and usually you see a bump for a team at least one game when they fire the coach, but maybe not in this situation. Why do I say that? Well, they like Billy Napier and not like Brian Kelly. So all of a sudden, I don't think you're going to see this great performance from Florida. Georgia's been favored by at least 14 points in each of the last 4 meetings here. Georgia's offense seems to be better than the individual parts, and they seem to play better in the second half. They've beaten Florida the last 4 years by 14, 23, 22, and 27 points here. So I think it's a great situational play. Georgia, 31-20 over Florida.
Arkansas's -4.5 against Mississippi State. You like this one? How did they get it?
Yep, they want to get it for free. Be one of the first 5 callers. Call 800-400-9741. First 5 callers, 800-400-9741. Get on it now. Big weekend for us. Not 1, not 2, but 3 40 to 50 unit max wagers. 17 years, never had more than 2. We've only had 2 a couple times. You want to get all 3 40 to 50 unit max wagers. How do you get it? We have a record of 73-29 lifetime on these 40 to 50 unit releases. Just one place, ParamountSports.com.
Very, very cool. And college basketball starts next week, and we should remind people that you'll be on top of that as well. So you'll have a lot of stuff for the folks at ParamountSports.com. Lee Sterling has been our guest. Lee, I appreciate you, man. You know that.
Okay. See you, bud. See you, Tom.
All right, thank you. Lee Sterling. It's good stuff there. All right, we're going to get a break in here. If you want to jump on board, you can do it now. If you were holding and you're gone, go ahead and bust us a call back. I'll start taking calls. I got a couple of things I wouldn't mind sticking in there, but I won't. If you guys are on the line, I will just go ahead and take calls. 256-5764-97.7 to get you into the show. You've heard from Lee Sterling. It's time to hear from you next, right here on the Thom Abraham Show.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Drivers who switch to Progressive have an annual savings of nearly $750. Progressive.com.
NASCAR Championship weekend at Phoenix. It gets underway with the Truck Series today. Corey Heim, the -200 favorite to win the truck title. Ty Majeski +250. Xfinity Series tomorrow. Connor Zillich +120 to win the title. Justin Allgaier +160. For the Cup Series at Phoenix Sunday, Denny Hamlin, the 2-1 favorite. Kyle Larson +250. William Byron +275. Chase Briscoe +370. SEC football tomorrow at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Auburn 10.5-point favorites over Kentucky, 44.5 the total. For more, go to VSIN.com. Mike Sennett, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Tide fans.
Here comes the Tide.
Let's roll.
And one for the win.
Grab your hard hats and tune in for blue-collar basketball with the Crimson Tide all season long on your home for Alabama basketball.
Listen to Alabama basketball all season long on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
When a team sticks together, it shows in the way they work and the way they treat you.
We don't just hire great people, they stay. On average, our managers have been with us over 15 years and company-wide turnover is under 3%.
It's a culture built on integrity and heart.
When you call, you get someone who knows your name, understands your business, and is invested in your success.
And that means service you can count on every time.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Flickering lights and hot switches can be annoying, but they can also signal a major problem, or worse, an electrical emergency. So play it safe and leave it to the experts at Mr. Sparky. Trust our team of professional, clean, and friendly electricians. We'll get it done right and get it done safely.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
Where's the best place for sports? What about the best place for wings? If you answered Jefferson's for both, you're right. Jefferson's is also a great place for value. Every Monday, kids eat free with the purchase of an adult meal, and teachers bring your teacher ID and you eat free every first Tuesday of the month up to $15. Jefferson's, best place for sports, best place for wings, in Hampton Cove and our latest location, now open in New Market on Winchester Road. Specializing in simple and affordable rentals, McCurry Van and Car Rental can make sure you have just the right vehicle for your next family vacation, weekend getaway, or if you just need transportation while your vehicle is being repaired. McCurry carries Ford Transit vans and Mercedes Sprinter vans, trucks and work vans, and more. And they offer discounted rental rates for long-term rentals. Now with 4 locations: Athens, Muscle Shoals, Coleman, and Huntsville. Log on McCurryRentals.com to make your reservation now. That's McCurryRentals.com. Since 1983, Berkshire Hathaway Rise Real Estate's Ann Adams has been your local go-to real estate expert in the area. As a buyer, you can trust Ann's in-depth knowledge of the local housing market to narrow available properties down to those you'll be interested in, saving you time when shopping for a new home. When you're ready to sell, Ann's expert negotiation skills will ensure you get a fair price and hassle-free experience. Call Ann Adams today at 256-337-2625 or email annadamsrise@gmail.com.
Wheelchairs for Warriors serves those who served us. We provide custom-fit wheelchairs for veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. When they are denied the services they deserve, we stand in the gap. To join the mission and support America's heroes, you can visit our website at wheelchairsforwarriors.org. We are a 501c3 organization and part of the combined federal campaign. Visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This segment of the Thom Abraham Show is brought to you by Owen Home Appliance, the sponsors of the Owen Home Appliance Friday Trifecta all fall long. Fall is here, and I know you hunters out there are looking for a new freezer to put this year's harvest in. Owen Home Appliance has you covered with the best in the business for chest freezers, even some with like real tree camo on them. Even if you're not a hunter, the deals you'll find at Owen Home Appliance are second to none. You need to check out the interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, or just go to owenhomeappliance.com to learn more. That's Owen Home Appliance Center. Is that like a horror film, Rocky Top? Oh, gosh.
It's Spooky Top.
It's spooking me out. Spooking me out. It's like Spooky Rocky Top. Spooky Top. Brr, give me a chill with that right there. Welcome back, Thom Abraham Show. Football Friday in the Doghouse. Apparently it's Halloween as well. So AC is chiding me because, he made an offer. He said that if the Dodgers win the World Series, that I had to produce the show all next week. That I had to be the producer of the show all next week. Let me just say this about that. First of all, I've never produced a show in my life. I have been a headliner since the day I went on the radio. Never once produced a show in my life. All right. But I think that I could figure it out for like a little bit, for like 30 seconds if I needed to. I could probably produce a segment. But he wanted me to, because he predicted the Dodgers would win the series. And I said that it's over, basically. What I told him was it is over now. All right. And he's like, no. And if the Dodgers come back and win the series, you have to produce for a week and John gets to host the show. And I'm like, and then if the Blue Jays win, he won't call the show for a week. Well, he hasn't even called the show all this week. Well, I guess he has. He hasn't gotten in. We don't take every single call that comes in. He just hasn't gotten on the air, So, but he has called once or twice. So I countered offered. I said, you don't call for a week and I'll produce one day of the show. That's it. That's all. Because in the end, the show still has my name on it. And as much as AC wants to produce, wants to be the executive producer, and as much as he'd like to run the radio station and do all of those things, the last time I checked, my name is still on the, is still on the show. And so that's the way it's going to be. Take it or leave it. And he thinks that I'm a chicken. He says, you're scared of my offer. I'm not scared of his offer. That's just the way it's going to be. All right. Papa T has been hanging around waiting to get in. Let's get him in here. Papa T, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing good, sir. And you?
I am fantastic. I'm going to have you start doing commercials for us with that voice of yours.
Hey, buddy, I'd love it. I've been told that before. I ain't nothing but a sports fanatic.
There you go. So what's up?
Man, just out here in the yard working, doing the honey-do list.
So you're looking to get in on this trifecta? Is that what it is?
Yes, sir. And the loser thing,
the wacky underdog picks. Oh yeah.
Oh, did he do that earlier today?
He hasn't yet.
Yeah, I didn't get mine in, man. I stay busy and I forget, and I happen to get you today.
Yeah. I don't even know what that is. I have no idea. So it's somebody else's show.
Let me get it from him real quick because this is the last day before we.
Well, you can get it from him when he gets done doing the trifecta. You can do it on you should have done it with him before he came on the air.
Oh, he was so anxious to get on the air. Papa T, what's your wacky underdog pick before we get you in here?
Cincinnati.
All right, I'll put you in.
Yeah, whatever that is. All right, so Vanderbilt gets 2.5 at Texas.
Vanderbilt.
Dude, that's Jay Cutler over there. You kind of suck, but my dad says you might be good someday.
11.5 at Auburn.
I'll take Kentucky.
We need another punch in the mouth.
Oklahoma gets 3.5 at Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Ball for life.
You see what Lee Sterling said? Oklahoma outright. That's a shock to me.
I know. That shocks me too.
I think Tennessee's going to boat race them. I really do. Florida gets 7.5 against Georgia.
Let's see. I'm going to go with Georgia.
Georgia's got pretty good players.
All right, Papa T, we got you in, man.
All right, man. Thank y'all so much.
I appreciate it. There's people listening in Nashville like, what is he talking about? Crazy underdog picks. The heck is that? Confusing people. Somebody else's promotion. Should have got that from him when he first called in.
I was well, I didn't. He said it last thing, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm already queuing you up." But hey, we got Cincinnati in for him, so there you go.
Oh wow, there you go. Brandon is up next. Brandon, welcome to the show. How are you?
Man, I'm doing fantastic, and I want to help you solve your issue. You were talking about your TV.
Yeah,
the Roku box has a Comcast app on it, so you do not have to have a Comcast box. You can plug it into any TV on your Wi-Fi and watch live TV recordings, all that. The box is like $20 one time.
So you go to the store and you buy the Roku app or the
You buy
Roku
the
box?
Roku, the little box. Yep, and then you go on there and add the Comcast app and put your Comcast into it and watch it over the Wi-Fi in your outhouse out there.
So the outhouse, the guest house has, they all have Google TV, what do you call those things? Chromecasts. So all the TVs have Chromecasts in them, but the one out there has Xfinity TV. So I think I can just watch it on the Xfinity, on the TV that is out there. It has the Xfinity box with it. So I think that one would be fine. But if I had the Roku one, you're telling me if I had the Roku app or the Roku box in place of the Chromecast box stuck in the HDMI port in the back of the TV, then I would get whatever I would get.
Yeah, wherever you've got internet, if it's your home internet, you can watch everything. On some outside internet, you can watch limited stuff, but you can watch your recordings, you can watch whatever from that app on the Roku box.
Yeah.
And take it wherever you want to in the house, move it room to room, do whatever you want to do with it.
That sounds like a pain. I just need my YouTube TV back. That's what we need.
Well, I told you that this was coming, and you were like, "Oh, they'll work it out."
Well, I mean, it's ridiculous that they didn't get this worked out. Absolutely ridiculous.
It's all about the money.
Yeah,
money.
Money. And how much can it be? All right, how much are they asking for that they would have to jack our price? What, $5 a month? Yeah, jack me. I went to the ESPN thing to see, what does this all in one place and, ESPN app and all that kind of stuff. They want $30 a month for that thing to stand alone. $30 a month. But I still would have to have some sort of cable service to get all of my wife wants to watch the Magnolia Network and the HGTV. How the heck are we going to get that? And if we have the ESPN, but you still have to have something to watch the networks. I got to have my NBC. I got to watch my Law and Order, Organized Crime. I got to watch I got to see my Chicago Wednesday. I mean, how am I going to watch these shows? It's ridiculous. We just need to fix
Life was simpler when it came through the antenna.
Well, it was, but we also only had 2 games on a Saturday.
Agreed. Totally agreed with that.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't have nothing on a Saturday. It was literally you get like 2, sometimes 3 games. Back in the day, they used to have a rule. There was a rule you can only be on TV. Any team could only be on TV twice in 1 year, and a max of 3 times in 2 years. So if you were on twice in 1 year, you could only be on once the next year on national TV. I mean, that's the way it was back then. We would see, as growing up and stuff, we'd see Alabama once or twice a year. That's it. We'd see Notre Dame once or twice a year. And then you'd have to watch the replay on Sunday morning with Lindsey Nelson and Paul Hornung. That's just the way it was. You ready to get your picks in?
I wish it was all pay-per-view now with no commercials.
Well, and the thing is that then they went to cable TV, and that's the dirty little secret. I mean, when they went to cable TV, it was like, oh, look, you get cable TV, limited or no commercials. You can watch this and watch that. It was the same thing like with satellite radio when that started. So we're paying for it. And then they brought the commercials back eventually. So we still get 5, 6, 7 minute commercial breaks. And they're scratching me for $120 a month. And I'm watching commercials. It's like,
we're getting ripped off.
It is. It's such a racket. It's unbelievable what they were able to do with this thing. And they just trained a whole generation of people to accept it. And this is all this is. ESPN, they're probably in cahoots. It was probably the Disney people and YouTube got together and they said, look, this is what we're going to do. We're gonna pull it off for like a day or 2. People are gonna go nuts, and then just before they start canceling, we'll go ahead and we're gonna agree to your carriage, and we'll start charging, and we'll charge our people an extra $5 a month, and they'll be like, oh, it's $5 a month, it's 20 cents a day, okay, 30 cents a day. Give me back my TV, $5 a month, and they'll laugh all the way to the bank with their 74 million subscribers paying an additional $5 a month, and their revenue will go up by $1 billion. And we're the fools. Vanderbilt gets 2.5 at Texas.
Vandy.
Dude, that's Jay Cutler over there. You kind of suck, but my dad says you might be good someday.
Kentucky gets 11.5 at Auburn.
Auburn.
There's no doubt you need length and girth in this league.
Mm. Oklahoma gets 3.5 at Tennessee.
Tennessee.
I can assure you that the gap is closing.
Smokey Mike loves hearing that cut. He texted me this morning. He said, would you please play Jeremy Pruitt and Derek Dooley cuts for Tennessee today? I said, sure, I'll do that. Florida gets 7.5 in Jacksonville against Georgia.
Georgia.
Georgia's got pretty good players.
Not one person has taken Florida. Maybe on the the ones that are coming in online. We get a ton online, but not one person has taken Georgia over the year. All right, we got you in, Brandon.
Roll Tide.
No, they're not playing this weekend. That's why they did this thing with the YouTube this weekend. They're like, you know what? Alabama's on a bye. Screw it. We'll just take ESPN away from them. ABC. Nobody's watching college football this weekend anyway, right? I mean, there's no Alabama game, so who's going to watch college football? Gilligan is up next. Gilligan, welcome to the show. How are you?
All right. How's it going, buddy?
I am fantastic. You ready to get in on this?
Let's play. Yeah, let's play.
All right, let's play is right. Vandy gets 2.5 at Texas.
Vandy.
Dude, that's Jay Cutler over there. You kind of suck, but my dad says you might be good someday.
Almost everybody on Vandy. Kentucky gets 11.5 at Auburn.
Kentucky.
We need another punch in the mouth.
John Calipari. Oklahoma gets 3.5 at Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Ball for life.
And Florida gets 7.5 in Jacksonville against Georgia.
Georgia.
Georgia's got pretty good players.
That's going to be a clean sweep. All right, brother, we got you in.
Thanks, sir.
256-64-97-7 will get you in. Last night, Victor Wembanyama beat Miami to get the San Antonio Spurs to 5-0. Best start ever. None of the Popovich teams ever opened up at 5-0. Wemby is now averaging 30.2 points a game, 14.6 rebounds, 3.4 assists, 4.5, almost 5 blocks a game, and has led the Spurs to this 5-0 start. Now, tonight, I find this fascinating. I mean, at heart, I'm a marketing guy, right? I mean, at the end of the day, like David Moulton said, look, I'm a no-talent host that knows how to market. So I'm a marketing guy. So tonight, as the World Series reaches its climax and college football heads down the stretch, and the NFL is in mid-season form, tonight, the NBA brings us the NBA Cup, which is a contrived mid-season tournament with funky floor designs and uniforms, and nobody really understands or cares about it. John, do you even know what the NBA Cup is?
That was something like being talked about last year. I remember that. Blue courts. Yeah. We had ugly courts all over the place, though. That was bad.
It's like we're Europe now. It's like we're soccer now. It's like an in-season tournament. Like this in-season tournament that they break up all the teams into group play, and then they come out of the group play like it's the friggin' World Cup or something. Right? And it's the question is this. You're either watching an NBA game or you're not watching an NBA game, right? You either care about the NBA in the regular season and in the early season, or you could care less about the NBA, right?
True.
Are you more apt to watch an early season NBA game in the first 3 weeks of the season? Are you more apt to watch an NBA game just because it's part of some in-season tournament? I mean, what is the point of this colossal waste of money? Do they get like a ring? I know they get extra money, because they need more money. These NBA players that make $30 and $40 and $50 million a year, they need more money. Do you get like a ring because you won the NBA Cup? Do you hang a banner for winning the NBA Cup? I mean, who's sitting there like, let's see, what do I want to watch tonight? Do I want to watch the World Series or do I want to watch college football? Wait a minute. Oh, this is a NBA Cup game tonight. I'm going to watch it because it's an NBA Cup game. What the heck is that? You're either going to watch an NBA game or you're not. And I'll tell you what, a lot of people like me, if they were going to watch an NBA game, are going to turn on the TV and we're going to see some jacked up Smurf court with some uniforms that we don't even recognize. And they're going to say, what the heck is this? What is this, some EuroLeague game? What is this, some WNBA game? What is this clown show that's going on? And change the channel. Go watch a rerun of, Chicago Med. I mean, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Just for the heck of it. Hey, it's the NBA Cup. Now I'm going to watch the game because it's the NBA Cup. Do I sound like a bitterman today, Grasshopper?
I mean, you're dogging on Halloween. You're dogging on the NBA trying to be innovative. The NBA Cup, though, is pretty lame. And no, the players don't even get a ring from it. And I don't even know what that ring would look like if they got one. Would it be like half the size of a championship ring?
No, it'd be like one of them pop rings that you get, with the candy on it. You know what I mean? Where you get to suck on it or something. I don't know. Which is another thing that's stupid. The ring that looks like a pacifier. You know that ring that looks like a pacifier since today is Candy Day?
Yeah, you almost got it. A ring pop.
Ring pop. What did I call it?
The pop thing that's like a ring.
Yeah, the ring pop thing. It's another thing that doesn't make any sense. The only thing that's good about Halloween is when you get the leftover candy. I think we have more candy than we'll give up. We live in an area that is we live in a historical area with these big houses that are, and some people go all out, make their front yard look spooky and everything else. And Grasshopper used to come and hang out on the porch and help pass out candy. And the kids loved him. He would get in his Spider-Man outfit. And he would come up on the porch. The problem was it was so tight you could tell what religion he was. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was ridiculous how tight the Spider-Man thing was.
Still trying to figure that one out.
Yeah. What, the saying?
No.
Oh.
Not the saying, the religion, but how to fix that problem.
Oh, how to fix that problem?
Can't double sock it. You can't do anything like that.
You got to do something.
Makes it worse.
Yeah. And he would help. He would hang out, and the kids loved him. They would see it. Oh, look, it's Spider-Man. I have never gone to a Halloween party. I have dressed up once when I was 12 years old, 11 or 12 years old. I was a hobo. I dressed as a hobo. I went trick-or-treating in my life once. My parents weren't against it. It wasn't. I was just like, this is stupid. And plus, after when I was 11 or 12 years old, we moved to the country in a horse farm. So we'd had to go someplace to go to. I take that back. I went to a Halloween party when I was 6 years old because I've seen pictures of it where I was like the Tin Man or something from. I was like 5 or 6 years old, and my mother dressed me up as the Tin Man from their Wizard of Oz, not the Wiz or the Wicked or any of that stuff. The Wizard of Oz. I don't understand it. I don't get it. And, it is what it is. My kids didn't go. I mean, we didn't send our kids out trick-or-treating, Bama Bud. You sure it's not Bama Brad? Bama Bud is next. Bama Bud, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey, Tom, doing good today from Lake Gunnersville. It's a beautiful day.
Man. Yeah, I saw this big orange thing in the sky. I didn't know what that was. Hadn't seen that in about a week. It was like, what the heck is going on there?
Oh, I know. And I totally agree with you on the NBA. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? And then because they have an NBA Cup, now we're going to care? No, we don't care. If you're an NBA fan, you're an NBA fan. If you're not, you're not. The NBA Cup doesn't make it a thing. Just because you call it an NBA Cup doesn't make it a thing.
You got that right.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I've about quit watching NFL because of the Bad Bunny choice for the Super Bowl. It really disappointed me.
Yeah. And they doubled down on it. And I don't get that either. You know, I mean, I guess we're just old folks, but this whole Bad Bunny thing doesn't make any sense. He's and I know he's Puerto Rican, so he's they're a territory of the United States. I get that. It's not like he is a U.S. citizen. People are like, oh, why would you have a guy that's not even an American? Well, he is an American because he's Puerto Rico, but
Right.
he's all about Puerto Rico, their own countryhood or statehood or something. I don't know. So he sits down during the national anthem. I don't get it. I don't need him. He does nothing for me. I never heard of him.
Yeah. But yeah, I want to get on the picks.
All right. So we got Vandy getting 2.5 at Texas.
Go Vandy.
Dude, that's Jay Cutler over there. You kind of suck, but my dad says you might be good someday.
Kentucky gets 11.5 at Auburn.
Go Wildcats.
We need another punch in the mouth.
Oklahoma gets 3.5 at Tennessee.
That's a hard one.
It is. Best game of the weekend as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. I think I'm going to take Oklahoma.
Baker Mayfield has been better since Odell Beckham went out.
And Florida gets 7.5 against Georgia.
I'm going to take Georgia.
Jordan! And so is everybody else. All right, bud, we got you in.
Thanks, Tom. Have a great weekend.
I appreciate it. Remember, this week's scoring. Gosh, I got this fly here I got to kill. Hang on, let me see if I can kill this fly. I am in a foul mood. I don't even know why. I know I am in a foul. I mean, I think the YouTube thing's got me in a foul mood. Those of you who are watching on TV are wondering, what is going on here? I'm looking to kill this thing. North Dakota Dave. There's a country unheard from. He texts every once in a while. He's down at Dauphin Island, tuning us in. North Dakota Dave, welcome in. How are you?
I'm doing well, sir. How about you?
I am fantastic. Good to hear from you.
I'm with you on the ESPN2 thing, too. I had it specifically so I could watch, of course, NDSU every week, and now I got to, listen to them on the radio.
So you have YouTube TV?
No, I don't have any of that. I refuse to pay that exorbitant amount of money for anything like that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they want $30 for that it's all in one place app and everything. I thought I had the app. I thought ESPN Plus. What is ESPN Plus? And then there's this ESPN app that they want $30 a month for. And I don't know. What am I looking at here? I have ESPN Plus. I have an account at ESPN.com, right? So for fantasy and things like that. So this weekend when I beat John in fantasy, he can cry in his soup. And oh no, wait a minute. I think I had Tua Tagovailoa as my quarterback. Oh gosh, I'm going to get crushed. Yeah, I don't know what he got yesterday. Last week he got me 35 points. Last night,
not enough.
What did he get last night? Did he get 8 points last night?
You're almost right on the money.
Yeah. What do you have?
I don't know. I didn't have it pulled up, but I think it was 8.43 or something like that.
Oh, I'm gonna get killed by you.
It was already set in stone.
Yeah. All right, Dave. You want to get in on this deal?
I do. Just real quick. The Bison are playing tomorrow. They're undefeated. Whoops, South Dakota State 2 weeks ago, they had a week off. Ranked number 1. And believe it or not, Trey Lance's little brother is a wide receiver for them, and he's having a great year.
They're going to win another championship, aren't they?
Yeah, it looks that way. They're pretty good.
This is what happens when you have playoffs, too, by the way. You get North Dakota State. At one point in time, North Dakota State had won 9 out of 11 championships. And it could happen. It could happen in FBS. It could happen like that. You keep letting these teams, these good teams in, but and they hit their stride in the playoffs, they'll win. Even if North Dakota State was down a little bit and they had like a 2-loss regular season, they would get into playoffs and run the table. And it could happen. Yeah.
It was either last year or 2 years before they lost a couple games to the Browns, one and all. So it can happen.
Yeah, it can.
Anyway, let me in on these picks, please.
Vandy gets 2.5 at Texas.
I'm going with Vandy.
Dude, that's Jay Cutler over there. You kind of suck, but my dad says you might be good someday.
Kentucky gets 11.5 at Auburn.
I think Kentucky's going to put up a fight. I'll stay with Kentucky.
We need another punch in the mouth.
Oklahoma gets 3.5 at Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Ball for life.
Florida gets 7.5 against Georgia.
Georgia.
Georgia! You didn't waste any time on that. Georgia. All right, man.
Florida's. I appreciate
so where's your next move? Are you moving to Cuba next or what? Because you went from North Dakota. You went from Alaska, right? Alaska, North Dakota, the Tennessee Valley, now down in Dauphin Island, and then next is like Cuba. And then the next from there you go to Brazil. I mean, you just keep moving closer and closer to the sun.
Maybe Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. There you go. All right, man. Appreciate you. All right.
You bet. Have a great weekend.
All right, thanks, you too. Need Kramer in here. Kramer's all over the text window, but we don't often get him in on the phone. Kramer, you got a game tonight or what?
I had a game last night. I was over at Desser and West Morgan. It was a great game. So it was a defensive battle. It was really good. West Morgan pulled it out. It was a good night for some football. It was a good game. It's why we do it. It's why we get out there. So
I wonder how many people are playing tonight. I mean, I know that in the 97.7 ESPN The Zone streaming, high school football streaming network, that is tonight's the only game. I mean, all of our teams played last night in North Alabama. I don't know in Tennessee, Nashville. I don't know who all is playing tonight.
Yeah, I know with our over where we're at, all of our games from tonight moved to last night except one. So we have one game tonight. So I don't know if they were getting out of the Halloween conflict, trying to get an extra day to prepare for playoffs. I'm not really sure what the thinking is behind it, but last night was a good night for some football, and looks like tonight will be too. It'll be a little chilly, but it's good. It's good football weather.
No, it's good football weather, but I don't know that anybody will be at the game. That's the thing. I mean, first of all, Grissom, they're one for. And at least they wear orange. If I'm Grissom, right, and it's Halloween, don't you wear all orange today? No, orange helmet, orange jersey, orange pants. I mean, you go full pumpkin if you're Grissom. But I don't know, are the kids going to go to the game? I don't know if they're going to go. Is Buckhorn going to travel, into the city? Buckhorn travels pretty good normally. Are they going to bother Buckhorn fans traveling, into Huntsville for a game? I don't know. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, not to disparage Grissom, I see what their record is, but that's more of a trick than a treat. So you may get some people to come out if they want some candy or something. I don't know who they're playing. Maybe they'll get one in their final game. I don't know who they're playing. So
no, the Buckhorn tonight. It's the Buckhorn and Grissom tonight. Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Oh that'll be a tough one for Grissom especially.
Yeah.
So, but then we got the Bills and Chiefs on Sunday. So I'm looking forward to seeing that as well. But I don't want to rush tomorrow because we got a good day of football tomorrow as well. So.
I can't believe that the Chiefs are favored in that game by 1.5.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the Bills have won against people they should win against with losing records, and they've struggled against the other two. So, and the Chiefs have been playing hot. Maybe that's what it is. I'm not certain. But I really wanted to just comment on the Bad Bunny thing. I've heard a lot of people talk about it. For me, it makes no difference. And Bad Bunny is a real hot commodity right now. I mean, he's a pretty funny guy. He was in that Happy Gilmore 2. Saturday Night Live, and I mean, he seems to be real personable. And I don't know about how many people listen to the show even care about the halftime show. I don't even think I do unless it's, I really don't know. I think halftime I'm taking it off. I'm getting away and doing something different. It's more about the game. So I think they're just trying to pull in a different audience. So I don't really think they care what we think.
No, they don't care
for the
about they don't
halftime
care
show.
about like real adults and stuff like that. They just want the kids, and the people that are, my grandkids. We always have a party and a bunch of people over. My grandkids will all be like, they'll all come piling in to watch the halftime show, and then they'll scatter for the game itself. I appreciate you, Kramer. That's good.
Well, hey, the Chiefs are going to make it. Taylor Swift's going to make an appearance at the halftime show, and YouTube TV is going to melt.
There you go.
Good
Good job by you.
Talk to you later.
All right, appreciate it. We get our break. Come back. Wrap it up next, right here on the Thom Abraham Show.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
I'm here with Stan McDonald of Jacob Title. Stan, I've heard that every real estate closing at Jacob Title is a very big deal. Why is that?
Wes, I'm reminded of a very impactful statement that I heard from Coach Gene Stallings years ago when he talked about big games and little games. He said he didn't like that comparison. He says, because try losing one of those little games. And if you ever do, it ends up being the biggest game all year long. Well, it's the same thing with real estate closings. Every game, every closing is a very big deal at Jacob Title. Because when it's your closing and your contract on the line, it's a very big deal, and we understand that at Jacob Title.
So it sounds like whether your client is a first-time residential buyer or a multi-million-dollar investor, they can expect your A game.
That's exactly right. As a matter of fact, when you bring your real estate closing to us at Jacob Title, we understand it's all about trust and confidence. And when Stan McDonald tells you that a chicken dips snuff, you can look under his wing for the box.
And like Beebs likes to say, there's no doubt about it.
Sure, Valley Equipment Rental takes care of the homeowner and his needs, but how about the pros out there? Well, Valley Equipment has the big stuff as well. The equipment you need to get any job done. I'm talking about the big track hoe excavators, from the 30,000-pound midsize one to the big boy 50,000-pound units. Need a dozer on the job? Well, they've got them up to 105 horsepower, and that's a good-sized machine. Plus, Valley Equipment has more lifts than anyone around. Up to 80-foot booms that reach 56 feet with a 10,000-pound capacity. 2 locations, North and South Parkway. Check them out today. Thom Abraham here for my friends at North Alabama Mortgage. Did you know that average home equity is at an all-time high? But so is average consumer debt. Even though rates are higher now, you can use your equity to pay off your high consumer debt, student loans, etc., then refi when the rates drop. Don't put off that new home purchase. When rates drop, prices will go up. Buy now and get the best price, and then refi when the rates drop. This is the time to talk to the experts at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com for more information.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
The crimson and white jerseys.
Front court to the rack and the plunge.
The sound of a buzzer beater.
Got it to go as the buzzer sounds.
The Roll Tide chant from the crowd. It can only be Alabama basketball. Join the Alabama Crimson Tide right here on your home for Alabama basketball.
Listen to Alabama basketball all season long on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
SportsMed is the official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. And if the pros trust SportsMed, you can too. SportsMed provides every service you might need for complete orthopedic care, specializing in orthopedic surgery, sports medicine, joint replacement, spine surgery, neurosurgery, and podiatry. And they offer their own brace shop, in-house full-body MRI, physical therapy, walk-in clinic, and so much more. 4 locations and on the web at sportsmedalabama.com. By now, you know about Eagle Masonry and Insulation, and maybe you know that Eagle also does landscaping and dirt work. But how about after paint work? Shower doors, shelving, and mirrors, all taken care of by Eagle, the same Eagle that takes care of all your masonry, insulation, and landscaping needs. Eagle brings the same level of expertise to all these disciplines, and they're ready to provide you with a free quote. The website is the same, insulatewitheagle.com, as is the phone number, 256-755-1556. Give them a call and see what Eagle can do for you. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
The segment of the Tom Abraham Show is brought to you by the Orthopedic Center, longtime friends of the show. To be honest with you, it's been about 20 years that we have been hooked up with TOC, and they just do such a great job. They service the Huntsville Havoc, Alabama A&M, most of the high schools in the region. They got 13 locations all throughout the Tennessee Valley. So if you have an orthopedic problem, if you're considering professional care, really, TOC, it's the only logical choice. You need to contact TOC. Make your appointment. When you need them, they're there. Always in the Tennessee Valley, TOC. I'm getting a lot of people saying, why don't you just dump YouTube TV? Now, go to Xfinity or go here or go there. And I get all of that. The only problem is, first of all, Sunday Ticket. It's the only place you can get it. And I am a subscriber to that. Plus, all of our recordings. We have all of just get it fixed. All right, that's it. Have a great weekend. Those of you in the Huntsville area, tune us in tonight. For Buckhorn and Grissom. For John, I'm Tom. Have a safe night and a great weekend, everybody.
Eagle Masonry and Installation. It's right there in the name. Eagle is your one-stop shop for block, stone, or brickwork, monument signs, and outdoor kitchens and fireplaces. Eagle also offers the finest craftsmanship in insulation, including fiberglass or spray foam insulation, and of course, insulation removal. Philip Love and his team have years of experience, bringing the region the best in masonry and insulation services. For more information and a quote, visit insulatewitheagle.com or call 256-755-1556. Eagle saves you time.